Evening, everyone. Afternoon, everyone. Just waiting for some people to join. You guys got any tickers you want me to look at while people are joining? Apple looks like it filled this area right here. I don't know. I feel pretty bearish to start the day tomorrow, but I could be wrong. This could just be a slight pullback. We go up, but we're kind of in a zone right now. Could go either way. Tesla numbers were a little disappointing, so I think Tesla will fill the gap to 1,000 there. Be surprised if it didn't. Twillo's got that inverse head and shoulders. I'd like to see Twillo get over 175, 177 area, and it can run towards 200 again. Wonder if Amazon's gonna create a right shoulder here or not. I'll clean this chart up a little. So I'd imagine we'll get at least a retest of the 200 right here. Should put us at what? 33.30. I was looking at KHC. I really like the setup on it. Just realized I had my mic on mute. Sorry about that. So, Lithium's been hot lately. Don't love these fundamentals. You know, they're losing 5 to 10 million a quarter. They get about their assets is very low. I mean, they're not obviously a $1.4 billion company, but they're benefiting from the fact that everyone's buying lithium right now. Lithium is a very expensive one second. Very expensive field to buy stocks in right now. So you saw LAC. This ran hard with LAC the last week. The only one that didn't run hard was ALB. That was one that I was talking to the subscribers about. I had this charted out. Looked very interesting. On the daily, it broke out and closed above. On the hourly, not so much, but I have a feeling this will break downtrend this week and fill this gap to 244. So, alright. Let me change my screen here. One second. see if that ran, if that worked. Alright, so I'm just going to use bar chart here. We're going to look at some different stocks. So alright. I wanted to make a couple scanners with you guys and see how you guys like them. So this is one scanner I use. Does put to call ratios with weighted alpha and buy signals combined with just want to make sure it's over $12 and just has active options. And oh, oops, let's try that again. So it comes out with some interesting stocks here. So we can add these to a watch list real quick. Just give me a second. All right. Let me switch my screen back. Now I have these up. We'll chart these out. This one looks very interesting. I'm going to go on the daily to chart these. You can clearly see this was a cup and handle breakout. Closed at the highest daily close ever, it looks like. Or never mind. Things got way higher up, but closed at the yearly 52-week high. And you can see it's got a nice pennant forming here. So you could play this downtrend break back up to 1640. And if it gets over that, you could play that up a lot higher if we get a full cup and handle measured move here. Yeah, we'll get the E and B, don't worry. So if this were to do a measured move, you'd be looking at 2250. So you'd be looking at a 50% move potentially. That's kind of cool. Yeah. This one I believe got bought out, so obviously probably got bought out at 2650 it looks like, or 27 probably. So this one we can just remove. Yeah, you can see Blackstone to buy Blue Rock Ret for 3.6 billion. There it is. Right, CP&P. This one has a nice uptrend. I'm gonna turn off my ETF waves here for a second so you can see a little better. This is kind of a rising wedge. So this is, utilities have been really hot lately. Not sure if I would play this one. Feel like the setup's not super there. Maybe play it if it rejects this uptrend. Might come back down. CRK was one that I actually had already started charting. Oil and gas. These have been getting squeezed lately. I haven't seen what oil's doing right now. Take a look here in a second. Let's look. Looks like it's down slightly. And Oil's so affected by news. But if we don't get any news, I would expect it to bounce this week. We'll see. I mean, if the Ukraine-Russia thing gets resolved like they alluding to, then that would probably cause oil to go back down, especially with Biden releasing oil to, and then the COVID lockdowns in China and all that, causing travel to go down more. I could see why oil's going down. Cutter, I don't know what went on with this, but this thing has been vertical. I mean, it went from 45 to 72 the last week and a half. So, as soon as that breaks the uptrend, though, I would definitely be looking to possibly short this. It is extremely overbought, and so could come back down and test that 6650 shelf. Be a really nice short once it breaks. Alright, ENB. ENB's got a nice ascending triangle forming here. Just play it over 4650, I think, and you're good to go. Otherwise, you could short it if it does break below this box. I would say under the break of 46, you could probably play that down to 45. You know, one of the things we're looking at for this is one second. One of the things we're looking at for this is the OI. So that's one of the things about this. So let me show you what I mean by this scanner. So this scanner is supposed to detect unusual buying. And so, for instance, ENB, you can see the call ratio is super high. Not so much a year out for now, but short term it looks like someone bought a ton on Friday and then they have been buying. So looks like short term they're bullish and long term they're bearish. So let's look at EXC. This thing's been running lately. Utilities, natural gas. You know, it's forming this nice little pennant here, so just play the break either way. Gulong, if you know me, I've been following this since it was $14. Obviously, it's gone up 100% since I called that out. Now it's kind of at the point where people are fighting bears and bulls. You can see that with how choppy it is. You see the bulls try to buy it up and the bears try to push it right back down. I would like to see this. It does have this island reversal here. Looks like it wicked down to here, this breakout here. That would have been a nice entry there, 21. Now it's got this gap here chilling between 23 and 23.50. Wouldn't mind to see this break down here, go there, and then you could buy it there potentially. Oh, yep, this got bought out too. SST. Yeah, this one continues to get buy options flow on it. It's kind of crazy. You see these sometimes with these SPACs. People are trying to push them around. Here's the OI for it. Been watching this one. We played this back when it was like 13, 14 bucks, and then it ran to 18. You can see a lot of call volume for April 14th here. I do think this close above here Friday could push it back up to 16, then over 16 maybe see a run to 17. Hi, Zenon. SPTN, this was one that I was looking at. This had some really interesting call buying. Spartan Nash. Someone, defense contractor. You can see basically 100% call buying on this stock. It's ridiculous for May 50th, or sorry, May 20th. Looks like they're buying the 35s and the 45s. I can see why they're buying on Friday too. This just retested this pivot and bounced. Also closed, I think, above the falling wedge here. So I'm gonna be watching this pivot right here around 34. I think over 34 you could see this thing bombastier. Private label supply track for the U.S. Defense. So they supply food for the U.S. Navy, it looks, or for the U.S. Defense Department. Groceries. Yeah. TRP, another oil and gas. Very hot lately. I think I'm going to cool it on the oil and gas. We'll have to see. It might still be hot, but with oil continuing to go down, that's my only concern. They do kind of look like they're set up, with holding above this pivot. You can see a lot of calls. Bears versus Bulls here fighting really hard. Gets over 57.30. You got yourself something good there. VST. Another utility company. Utility's been super hot lately. I think over 23.50 you got something going here. On the monthly. Yeah, I mean, I could see that. Had a really good breakout month back here in December. Does have strong resistance here. On the weekly, though, it looks really strong. I would just watch it to see on this weekly pivot if it can get over 2360 or not, because then you could probably see this thing run up to 2450. TRP. Yeah, I see what you mean. This top up here keeps rejecting this zone. So yeah, I would try to see if this breaks all-time highs here over 58.50. Then you could see it go, but it might consolidate between here and 55 for a while. Someone wanted me to look at Barrett Gold. I believe this is the one that Berkshire invested in. For me, I've been looking at a lot of gold stocks. I'm bullish on gold this week. No, Zim's not going to 25 ever again. Zim's probably going to 100 sooner than later. I mean, I don't even know why you would ask that. Yeah, I mean, because it's fundamentally should be valued probably at like $500 a share. They make more money than their market cap. So gold's at resistance here, 25. Look for this thing to break out above 25 and continuation over 26, and then this thing can run. Another gold stock I was looking at was Hecla Mining. Really like the way this is setting up with this consolidation here. This is a weekly here, but more bullish on gold than silver right now. I feel like silver's just always bullied. CSIQ. Is holding this 200-day very well for support. So the 200-day is very strong support on CSIQ. Looks like they just had a good earnings. So looks like it's consolidating pretty well right here. It's got a pivot going on right here. I would look for a breakout over 36.30 and then continuation when it breaks above 36.50. I mean, you can see silver is slightly up on the futures right now, but it is holding above the 200-day as well. Does appear to be accumulation with this river right here, so I am bullish on it long term. I just think it's going to take a little bit longer than gold. Should see gold run first, and then you'll see silver run second. I think where you're going to see this is you're going to see the Q will be if the miners start to stock up. So if you see bullish buying in the miners, then you'll probably see a continuation with gold and silver after. That's usually a precursor. People want to load up on the miners in anticipation of higher gold and silver prices. Yeah, and you can see AG's got kind of a head and shoulders going here, so I would really like to see this break back above this pivot here of $14, and then I would be bullish on AG. I am bullish on coal this week too. CLSK. I'd like to see this break above $15 probably for me to get super excited about it. Over 15 this can really go. I don't have a good feel for where the markets are gonna go. Like my gut tells me that this is kind of curling, so maybe we'll see a double top. So maybe you'll see kind of this week, and then from there we either make an inverted wave 5 and we go back down. That would make sense to me, so I'll go with that. MU. Yeah, MU is not looking so good. Right? Not only did it break the uptrend, it retested and rejected. Does look like it possibly filled this gap down here. I think 73. From there, not sure if it retests the 68 or not. Pretty sure they had good earnings. I mean, they were up a ton. Yeah, they had good earnings. Fundamentally, I see no reason why they would go down a ton more. But maybe we just fill this down to 73 and then you see buyers step in. But let's look at it on the hourly and see how that looks. Yeah, it does still have this gap down here, so it could come and retest 70, maybe 77 to 78 if the market's bullish. So maybe it does something like this. Probably wait till after its dividend to go in on this. I don't, maybe, you know, dividend's not that big though. Yeah, I really need that CHIPS Act to pass. I want to get bullish on Intel again. Intel, it's just the semiconductors as a whole took a shit. I mean, AMD, Intel, all of them just huge sell-offs the end of last week, right? So we'll have to see if this is a price level now where buyers are going to step in and take over, or if we continue to see sell-off pressure or not. But I mean, the key on AMD is going to be this 109, 110 area. Otherwise, you could see this fill this wick down to 100 again. So yeah, let's look at Baba. Baba looks good. It's up in Hong Kong right now. I mean, China stocks are super hot. I feel good about longing China right now. I think we had some really good news last week, and I think they're all undervalued right now. So I definitely think they're worth keeping on watch this week. So I mean, Baba over, I mean, this is the Chinese ticker, so Baba over 114 on that, and then we can watch it. Let me take the US version. The US version looks much more terrible than the China version. I like to watch the China version. I feel like that gives me more insight into it. And so typically you want to watch the country origin for the ticker and see how it's performing there. So it's possible. Zenon. It's possible. We'll see though. I don't remember what our bet was this year. I know we made one. Yeah, I would expect Baba to have a good day tomorrow. Probably retest, make an $8 move. Let's check out JD. Does anyone know what JD's, do they have a Hong Kong listing? Oh, yeah, you're gonna lose that, Zenon. I feel pretty confident that X will finish the year higher than Neo. Because one of those companies makes money, and the other one burns it like mad. I'll tell you which one doesn't make money. It's Neo. Oh, JD's only 59 bucks. Yeah, let's long JD this week. I like that idea. Let's play it to 73. 9618, thank you. Welcome, Sig. Oh man, this thing's up $9 over. Oh man, it looks great. Look at this inverse head and shoulders too. Hola. Yeah, breaking this downtrend here. Wait, they have futures? Oh, let's see that. I didn't even know. Yeah, I think do I have a China? I do have a China list. If you guys want this, I'll put this in the chat. I forgot I had this. There you guys go. I forgot that I have all the good China stocks on here. Becky. Oh, Becky. I don't consider Tesla a China stock. It's like saying Apple's a China stock because they sell iPhones over there. And these all look like they're flagging. Neo does have that look, though, that it could go on a run. So I'll give you that it could go on a run and retest this 200-day. I remember when TME Music was like $50. I don't have any thoughts on Neg. Oh man, my XPEV hit my target. I like Tiger. Billy and Baidu could be good ones, sneaky. Pinduoduo. Vips. Remember Vips? This one might be one to watch. VIPS, Vips. This one's paid me a lot in the past. Sorry, I think I've been ignoring China stocks lately just because of all the FUD. But I think they've had some really good catalysts lately that you'll see some pouring back in, so I think they are worth watching. Didi. So I think my top ones are gonna be Vips, JD, Pinduoduo, Baidu, Baba. Maybe Futu. Man, Futu, how the mighty have fallen. Those will be my top China watches. Well, if you don't like Vips, then don't play it. There's plenty other. Actually, UPS and FedEx, I was looking at over the weekend. I thought I saw that I liked them. I mean, look at that just fucking sexy bounce off the 200-day. Every time it's tapped that 200-day, it has bounced. So I could easily see UPS running back up to this 212 mark this week. You know, maybe you see this right there, and then maybe it starts to accumulate, make kind of a I mean, it could just make a V shape, but maybe you see something like this. Right? So we'll see. I think FedEx looked better. I put the list in the chat. It's pinned to the chat, so I mean, literally just click the link. I thought I saw FedEx had a really good flag forming. Yeah, let's check this out. So, if you look on the daily, let's look on the daily on this. It's got this daily falling wedge. You could be making a bump and run reversal right here. So it had this channel right, had the breakdown below, had the automatic, I mean, you can see it had the close below, and then it came back up. I don't love this ugly daily candle on Friday. Like that was a very ugly candle. If oil and all that continues to go down, that could help profit margins, but with shipping costs so high, we'll see. I'm more of a marine shipping guy right now. I think marine shipping, if you're going to go transportation and shipping, air freight and land shipping is so dependent on fuel that it's pretty competitive compared where like having huge tanker ships is not really, you either have them or you don't, so it's not like someone can just go and get like 100 ships, right? GMA makes money. Well, they could pay dividend because they raise money too. Pretty sure GME is profitable. So you can see GME is holding this 200-day too. Well, maybe they don't make money. I thought... They have a special dividend they paid? I didn't even think they had a dividend. It has to be a special dividend, I would imagine. Probably from selling something. I just don't follow GME anymore. I literally just don't care about it anymore. But I know people do, so. This is interesting. You know, it had the false amigos there, the Morning Star, and then just the huge sell-off here. I should be known that I am currently short on GME, so I think it is going to come down. I think it's going to come down at least to 128, if not more. I mean, I just think this was a fake pump, and there's no reason. I mean, I doubt the stock split's going to get approved. I could maybe see it get approved, but I think it's a terrible idea to have GME stock split, in my opinion. I think it's a terrible idea. But that's just my personal opinion. So, definitely rejected this downtrend. Now, if GME breaks this daily downtrend and closes, the important thing will be, does it close above it, right? Does it close above it? So the day that this closes above this downtrend will be the day that I get a little excited about it. So... XPEV, I think, is the strongest of the China EV makers, but the reality is the big boys over there, Honda, Toyota, Nissan, all those huge manufacturers over there, in the long run, will probably crush all the small EV makers because they just have the setups for it. Mitsubishi, like all of those over there, will eventually put a lot of these smaller EV companies, or maybe they'll buy them. That's probably more likely, is you'll get a buyout from Li Auto, XPEV, and NIO. What'll probably happen is you'll see their valuations come down over time. Hype will leave, and then they'll get bought out by one of the bigger boys. That's probably best case scenario for these companies. So, all right. I think I'm gonna head out a little early tonight. I think we got some good ones to look at here. I think China, GME will be interesting to watch this week, and I think marine shipping, fun to watch this week. So I haven't looked at any earnings yet, but we'll take a look at them here And maybe I'll tweet some out that I like. Well, if Neo gets bought out, it's not going to be for $50 a share. It'll be for like 15. Range Resources, False Amigo Breakout. Looks really good. I'd like to see this thing fill this wick over 3240 and then see continuation over that. But if this thing closes below 30, I'd be careful. I'm pretty sure I looked at Tesla, so Tesla was one of the first ones I looked at. I said I'm not very I'm pretty bearish on it right now. I said I thought it would, you know, it's making a bear flag right here. It's rounding over. I thought it would at least fill down to 1035, if not down to 1010. So, futures, I thought they were pretty flat. Yeah, pretty flat. It does, like I said, it does look like they're curling up. So, they are in a channel right now. I did have, yeah, I did have curling back up, and maybe we re-see this, so should have a good run this week, I think. We'll see. Alright everyone, thank you, have a great night. If you enjoyed the video, thumbs up, like, and subscribe. Otherwise, we'll see you next time.